The author Cassandra Clare once said, "Life is a book, and there are thousands of pages I have not yet read." Hi, I'm Gene, and today I want to tell you about myself and who I am. As Cassandra Clare said, our lives are like books. They all have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Hopefully, after a few minutes together today, you'll know a little bit more about my book of life. We'll start at the beginning, in my hometown, and where I'm from. Then move into the middle, where I am now. Before I finish, I hope to tell you where my life is headed, the final chapters of my life. But first, every good book begins with a beginning. I was born in Wilmington on the southeast coast of North Carolina. I grew up like most kids in my hometown. I went to school, played sports, and spent most of my free time surfing. I had a younger sister who I was very close with, and we both had parents who worked very hard to provide for me and my sister. We weren't all that different from most families. Mom stayed home, and my dad owned his own construction company. In fact, the house that I grew up in, and my parents still live in today, was actually built by my dad. I did rather well in school and took quite a few drafting classes throughout high school. The plan was to go into college, study architecture, come back, and join with my dad expanding the business. Unfortunately, once I got to college, I didn't study as hard as I should have, and I was eventually put on academic probation. This led me to try and find a way to pay for college. My parents weren't going to pay for college anymore. So that led me to where I am now, in the middle part of my life. Today I'm in the Air Force, working as a weather forecaster, a far cry from what I was going to school for, which is architecture. I joined the Air Force in an effort to pay for college. While in the Air Force, I've been lucky enough to travel all over the world. I met my wife, and we have 3 kids who mean the world to me, 2 boys and a girl. We've lived all over New Mexico, Arkansas, Germany, and now England. We have an awkward Irish wolfhound puppy who lives with us as well, and we like to take him out walking in the woods when we can. If we're not out in the woods, I'm usually found in the gym or at home working on schoolwork. I'm currently going to school with Oregon State, earning my economics degree. The plan is to take that economics degree and then go on and get my Master's of Business Administration from the University of Southern California. The MBA will lead me to the final chapters of my life. I hope to retire in a few years. And once I retire, the plan is to move out west and get a job in banking or management. Because of the Air Force, we haven't really been steady as far as where we live. So hopefully in the future, we can buy a house, settle down, and provide some stability for our kids that they haven't had up until now. In addition, my wife would also like to open up an animal rescue, focusing mainly on cats. Hopefully, you've gotten a glimpse into who I am in these last few minutes. Where I began, where I am now, and where I'm headed in the future. I'm just a kid from Wilmington, North Carolina, who basically flunked out of college and joined the Air Force to help pay for college going forward. In the future, I hope to have an economics degree as well as an MBA, working in banking and management somewhere on the West Coast, preferably California. Maybe even have an animal rescue run by my wife. As the author said, lives are like books. They all have chapters, and my middle chapter is hopefully coming to an end. Thank you.